What's up, guys? I'm Josh Pate. That's Steve Wiltfong. It is the weekly Wiltfong recruiting. Whip around all the recruiting scoop you need to know in under 10 minutes or so. Steve, we got a big announcement coming up, a five-star running back out of the state of Alabama. I'm looking over here, and we got request after request for Emmanuel Henderson. So tee me up. What do I need to know about this, and where does it stand?
Yeah, man, the five-star running back has locked in a decision date for Saturday. And I was talking to a source on, I want to say Monday morning, and I was, about where Auburn stood with Emmanuel Henderson. And the source was saying, for the prized in-state running back, if Auburn's going to have a chance here, maybe he'll push his decision back and give the new staff some more opportunity for him to get a chance to see what they're about and what they're doing. And then, kid you not, like 20 minutes after hanging up, I see Hank South from Bama Online of the 24/7 Sports Network reporting the announcement time for Emmanuel Henderson. And I'm like, well, I think I really love the Crimson Tide here for the five-star, number 2 running back overall. I liked Alabama when the week started. I love Alabama right now for him. And he's a guy that I think any school that lands can do multiple things with him. He's kind of an all-purpose athlete in the backfield, sometimes over at Geneva County where he plays. They just direct snap the ball to him. He can be a difference maker in a lot of ways. Obviously, you can hand it to him. You can RPO with him in the flat. You can get him downfield. You can run sweep motion with him. He's got a lot of length. He's still filling out that body, but good speed, natural hands, just a multi-purpose back that is very dangerous in space. And I think that he's going to be a guy that as Alabama starts to heat up here, as they aim for a 10th number 1 class in 12 years, coming off the highest ranked recruiting class in 24/7 sports history. I like where they stand with Emmanuel Henderson, and I think he'll be the second five-star to join the fold following Ty Simpson, who committed at the end of February.
Steve, there's another name. It's quarterback right in your backyard, Taven Jackson, quarterback out of the state of Indiana. What's the latest there? What do we know about him?
He's got 32 offers now, Josh. He's kind of been the quarterback that has blown up the most with the other quarterback dominoes coming off the board. But I think 2 schools are in a terrific spot for him right now. Talking to sources around Taven this week, I think Florida and Tennessee have really impressed. Florida's been on him hard for the last few weeks. He's done a virtual tour with them. He's going to go down and see the Gators over his spring break. He's also planning to check out Florida State on that trip as well. And I think that what Dan Mullen's been able to do with quarterbacks, I think that stage, I think Florida is an exciting option for him. The new staff at Tennessee is making a fast impression on Taven Jackson as well. I think they're going to try and drive down there and see them either late spring or early summer. But UCF having the nation's number 2 offense last year, I think that what Coach Heupel's been able to do with quarterbacks and offenses is also an exciting possibility, and it's not too far from home. So I think Tennessee is a school that he's looking at. But Taven hasn't really narrowed down his list. 10, 11 schools he's still talking to a lot. He's going to go out to Arizona over spring break and check out Arizona State's campus. Indiana's been recruiting him as long as anybody. But there's a lot of schools that Taven Jackson is still talking to beyond Florida, Tennessee, Arizona State. You got UCLA they recently offered, Washington State where his dad played, Oklahoma State, Arkansas, West Virginia, Missouri, a few of the others that Taven Jackson's hot with.
Speaking of narrowing down of list, I know there's a lot of attention right now on five-star athlete Gentry Williams, and you've been talking a lot about not only the status of his recruitment, but potentially which position he probably projects at the next level. So fill us in on that.
Yeah, five-star Gentry Williams put out a top 6 last week of Arkansas, Florida, LSU, Missouri, Oklahoma, and USC. One of the most explosive players in this class. Florida likes him at receiver. Everybody else likes him in the secondary. I think 3 schools kind of have the inside track for him. The Sooners, of course, they're the 24/7 Sports crystal ball favorite. They've done a terrific job recruiting him. And the way Coach Grinch and his staff have recruited on the defensive side, what they signed last year was the best defensive class I've seen Oklahoma sign, at least in the last decade of me doing this. Gentry Williams would be another coup for them as that speed guy that can run with anyone on the perimeter, but they're going to have to fight to keep them in state. LSU's doing a terrific job. Corey Raymond leading the charge for them. He talks about the DBU mantra that LSU has and his opportunity to be developed in Baton Rouge. That's exciting for him. And then USC. Is there a harder working recruiter in America than Dante Williams? I'm not sure there is. Maybe there's a couple that work as hard as him, but if I'm making a short list of college football recruiters that I want, Dante Williams would be one of the first names that I would go after, and he's going after Gentry Williams as hard as anybody, and I think USC's in that top three, and they have a great, that's his best relationship is what he said, and then a fellow five-star corner, Damani Jackson, is recruiting Gentry to join him, so that would be a hellacious corner class. We talk about Florida State having Travis Hunter and Sam McCall committed. That's the premier corner duo so far in 2022. But if USC can get Damani Jackson and then get Gentry Williams to run with him, that would certainly push that duo headed to Tallahassee.
Steve Wiltfong, money, as always. The offseason does not exist in recruiting, or as we say around here, in college football. Catch all the latest on 247sports.com. Steven, I will see you next week, sir.
Take care, y'all.